Hey, let's just jump right into it. I'm David Washington, and this is the David Washington Show. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. And let's start with a little story. When I was 18, I was in my first year of college at Lake Forest College, and it was my first semester. This was the fall of 1987, so that kind of dates me. And I didn't know anything about the world. I left the country and I was, on vacation with my family. I went to all boys Christian Brothers High School. My world was, my neighborhood on the south side of Chicago, and I I was naive. I have to admit, I was naive, and there was a lot of things that I didn't know about. I didn't know about, women. I didn't know about masculinity. I knew very little beyond the books. My twin brother and I, Douglas, we were book smart back then, and socially we had very limited. At least I'll speak for myself. I had very limited involvement or interaction with different people. Even though we were exposed to so many different people, our parents exposed us to so many different people, different races, cultures, ethnicities, persuasions. But I was still naive. And so, here's this skinny black kid, big head, skinny black kid, from the south side of Chicago. You'll hear my accent come out. And on my way to the North Shore of Chicago, Lake Forest, Illinois, Lake Forest College. Shout out to Lake Forest College. And I was there the summer before my freshman year. And wow, someone who's never been away from home for an extended period of time, on their own, as an adult, 18-year-old kid, 18-year-old black kid, in one of the wealthiest cities in the nation, on their own, on campus, the summer before his freshman year. Boy, did I learn how to party. Learned how to drink. Learned how to do everything that I was supposed to not do before my freshman year. Oh my goodness. And when that semester started, I was supposed to save up all this money to pay for books and incidentals and whatever I needed. No. Had a refrigerator full of beer, and hey, even though I was 18, there was always someone 21 or over, on campus, off campus, because it wasn't hard making friends to provide alcohol. I had a fridge full of beer, and was just amazed. Small mini fridge in the dorm room. Just amazed of the glow, the green glow of the Heineken bottles. Yeah, I drank well, and we had I roomed with my brother, and our room was already decked out. Everybody wanted to be there. Everybody wanted to see our space. I mean, I was ready to party, but not ready for an education. And that first semester of my freshman year as a college student was a disaster. I wasn't ready. Whoring around, drinking, goofing off, avoiding class. This freedom that I found was amazing and intimidating. What's the saying? With great responsibility. Oh boy. And then I got called home by my parents. Yeah. That was shocking. I thought, hey, oh yeah, it's just one semester. I'll get back on my feet. Come the spring semester, I'll, take care of business. I'll do it. Mm-mm. No, David, you're coming back home. So my parents called me back home. And I come back with an attitude like, I'm the shit, I know what I'm doing. And that night, it was late, sitting in the home that I grew up in, at the kitchen table in our little Georgian, brick Georgian on the 103rd Calumet. My dad sat across from me from the kitchen table, and my dad, Booker Washington, he started with the lecture, and oh man, I thought I was a man. It's like, who do you think? Come on, Dad, you lecturing me? Come on, I'm 18 now, and I'm on my own. Yeah, Dad started. And he was talking. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I got that attitude. And then he stopped. I'm sitting in the chair, whatever. He said, David, here's your choices. You're going to either go back to school, you're going to go to the local university, Chicago State University, finish your education, or you're going to go to the Marines and you're going to be in the military. That's your two choices. Go back to school down the street at Chicago State, or you're going to the Marines. And I'm like, whoa, okay. I guess I'm not going back to Lake Forest College. My parents worked hard to pay for school, to get scholarships and loans. I wanted to go to Lake Forest College. I thought it was a beautiful campus. That was the only reason why. And I'm like, wait a second. I deserve to go back to Lake Forest. Who is my dad to tell me, no, you're not going to do this or you're not going to do that? I'm a man. I'm a young man. I could do this. And I told my dad, you know something? I'm a man. I said, Dad, I'm going to go to the Marines. With all this confidence and bravado, I'm going to go to the Marines. And remember, I'm still this big head, skinny, beer belly, black kid from the south side of Chicago saying that he's going to go to the Marines. My dad looked at me and he said, David, you're an asshole. You're an asshole. That fucking blew me away. I was like, what the fuck? My dad, as serious and as proper as he is, I've never, until that day, that night, that lecture, heard him say asshole. Heard him say an expletive. David, you are an asshole. It shook me to my core. I straightened up in my chair and I could see the hurt in my father's face. But he was still stern. And he said, David, no, you're not going to the Marines. You're going to take your ass to Chicago State University and you're going to finish your college education and get your degree. I had no say in it. That is what was going to happen. And it did. I finished early. I had my degree delivered to me while I was in the Peace Corps in Thailand. I did it. My mother would later tell me that that night my dad was hurt because he understood the potential the potential that both my brother and I have. He understood that young black men were, and to some extent still, an endangered species, an endangered body of people. My parents worked hard to deliver the lifestyle that we enjoyed. My father worked hard to model what positive masculinity, positive fatherhood, what it meant to be a positive husband, to my brother and I. And I love him for it. Asshole is a term of endearment for me. No one can call me asshole. That is a term of endearment and a constant reminder to me that my father loved me. That me and my brother meant so much to him and my mother. And that I could do better. And that I will do better. So sometimes the attitude that I have, especially when I'm managing campaigns, is very serious. Because I like to succeed. I like to win for my community, for my clients, to make this world a better place. My parents instilled that in both my brother and I. And sometimes being an asshole is the right thing to do, the right place to be, to get the job done, with the respect to others, with the respect to the community, and to stay focused, stand on your purpose, and be successful. This is the David Washington Show. Hey everyone, I'm back. Sometimes you have to be an asshole, and in a respectful way. And when I say an asshole, that means staying focused, standing on purpose, getting the job done right the first time. And I may, be like so super focused that the feelings may get hurt. I don't care about your fucking feelings, really. What I care about is you succeeding, my clients succeeding, my community succeeding, my family, my relationship my team, my business entity succeeding. I don't care about your feelings. Fuck your feelings. As my aunt used to say, David cares, but he doesn't care. I'll let you walk up to that line. I'm not going to let you hurt yourself. I'm not going to let you tarnish your beliefs, your image. As a political consultant, my job is to protect my client and make sure that my client is representing the needs of their community. Yeah, sometimes it's a matter of good versus evil, and I hope I'm on that good side. Most times, I believe I am. At one point in my career, I walked away from politics because I thought that it was getting so serious in a way that it meant selling my soul to the devil. And we'll get to that in another episode of the David Washington Show. However, let me make it clear. At Jane Washington, you're going to get 50 plus years of political expertise. You're going to get 50 plus years of branding, marketing, public relations expertise. And with all that, it comes from a behavioral science perspective. We want to have a relationship with you. We want you to be in our community, a part of our community. We want you to know, regardless of political aspiration, affiliation, persuasion, whatever, there are good people with great ideas from their communities that need to be in the forefront. We need your help. Call us, email us, message us, go to our socials. It's been busy this year. It still is. I'm still getting phone calls every week. But we want the best people. And we know they're out there. If you think that you can't engage in the political process, yes, you can. You're here. You're here. I can be that asshole, but I get the job done. We'll see you next week. Another interesting tale. I hope you enjoyed this. This is the David Washington Show. Happy birthday, Joel. Congratulations. The co-founder of J in Washington. I hope many more birthdays, many more joyful birthdays. We'll see you soon. Don't forget to like, share, hit the notification button. We'll be here next week. Take care of yourselves.